Sorry for the interruption. So it is my privilege to introduce today's speaker of the day and great personality, Shashi Om Katia sir. So he has done his BTech in electrical and MBA in finance. He has worked in gas plant and coal fired station, erection and commissioning of transmission lines and EHV transform erection and commissioning of 5 megawatt solar plant based on PV technology. He has also commissioned and maintained generators, switchyard, substation, transformer, HT and LT motors, CHP, AHP, testing lab, excitation system, lighting system. And he has also specialized skills in condition monitoring like thermography, PD, vibration analysis, DGA, etc. He has a teaching experience such that he has provided training on power plant, substation, and transmission lines through training institutes of NTPC, NPTI, and CBIP. And he has also carried out design, erection, and operation maintenance of 5,000 kV PV based solar plant. And he has also worked as HOD electrical in Faridabad gas power station. So we are fortunate enough to have you, sir, today. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning to all. Happy New Year to all of you. Are you able to listen, please?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. So, about today's topic of discussion is about smart city. In the smart city, various aspects of the smart city, how the smart city is chosen, how it is developed, will be discussed. Now, first of all, as a citizen of a smart city, what is my expectation? What I expect from the city administration? It is like my basic needs are the water. I should get the quality water with adequate pressure for sufficient times so that I can fulfill my requirement of drinking water, cooking water, and the daily use water for like bathing and all that. The other expectations are from the city in which I live is I should get the power quality power round the clock without interruptions. If interruptions are there, then I should get immediate notification that the power will be out from this hour to this hour so that I can manage without the power for that duration. The basic infrastructures for my sons and daughters so that they can get the quality educations. If they have completed their education, then they should get the enough opportunity for employment in that city. From as a senior citizen, I should have the medical facilities, the entire information of the medical facilities, which are the doctors in specialized diseases, how many medical shops are there, what are the medicines available in those medical store, so that no time is wasted. And then the uh, smart city will deploy the basic infrastructure for transportation from one place to another place, and I should have the entire information about the transportation. I should, if I have got a car, then I should have the information about the car parking and the density of traffic, how many times this traffic light is on and off. So all these are the expectation as the citizen of a smart city. So today we will be discussing that what is a smart city and how those expectation of is as a citizen of their city my expectations can be fulfilled by the administration of the smart city. In the administration, the municipality, the district collectors, and all are there. Okay. So, what is a smart city? A smart city has their basic infrastructure. When I say the basic infrastructure means the power distribution system, the water distribution system, the roads, the buses, all those should be available, the universities, the colleges. Okay, I cannot make a smart city to every place. Say in a village, if all the facilities are not available, that village cannot be converted into a smart city. So to convert a city into a smart city, the basic infrastructure should be available. Without that, we cannot make that city into a smart city. Then another point is uses smart solutions to make infrastructure and services better. Now, if the basic infrastructure is available, then based on the strength of that infrastructure, how can provide the better services to citizens, and relies on area-based development. Area should be selected and it should be developed to make it smart city, part of the smart city. Now, the objectives which has to be fulfilled by the smart cities, dear participants, if there are any queries in between, you can unmute your mic and raise the questions, no problem, at the end of the slide. So the objectives which are to be fulfilled for smart cities are the provide basic infrastructures, the quality of life, the medical assistance, the water quality, the power quality, the education, all. If all the facilities are good, then we can say the quality of life is good. Clean and sustainable environment. There should not be pollution in the city, smart city. It should be clean, and the environment should be sustainable. It should not so happen that in the summers the environment is good and in the winter the environment is bad. So it should be sustainable over the seasons, over the years. Then they apply smart solutions. We'll learn in detail what is smart solutions. Set example to replicated both within and outside the smart cities. So suppose Indore is a smart city, so it will set a example so that other cities can follow the way how that city was made the smart and catalyze the creation of similar smart cities. So it will catalyze, it will be working as a catalyst for creation of similar smart cities to other part of the country. Now the smart city missions and strategy. The first is Pen City initiatives, in which at least one smart solution is applied city-wise over the complete city. That Pen City initiative will be applied. We'll learn what is Pen City initiative. Develop area step by step. It cannot be turned around in a week's time or month's time. So we have to follow the development or conversion of normal city to smart city step by step. For that, three models of area-based developments are there. That is the retrofitting, the redevelopment, and greenfield. About these three aspects, we'll learn in the detail that what is retrofitting, what is redevelopment, and what is the greenfield. Now let us come to first the Pen City initiative. The Pen City solution or smart solution for the smart cities. Now, this is the technology is known to bring in the innovations. So we have to bring the innovations to convert this normal city to smart city, making us live a smarter life. So this Pen City solution will convert the normal city into smart cities, and it will make our life smarter. Smarter people prefer smart things which can understand their needs and acts on its own. Okay. So the smarter people, they understand that what are their basic needs and what is their expectation from the administration to meet the expectations of the new generations, because the older generations, the people who are senior citizens, their expectations were not so high. The new generation, their expectations is very high with respect to information which is to be made available to them. Intangible things are also rejuvenating themselves. So intangible things which is uh, uh, not requiring the physical sense, it is the satisfying things, and it will rejuvenate themselves. We now prefer to live in the cities where almost everything is automated. So we need a cities where everything is automated, a city which is so well connected that things happen seamlessly. So the things or the expectations should occur seamlessly without much efforts. This is the vision of entire world is following. So the entire world, like the European countries, American countries, in the China, in the Japan, they are following this vision of Pen City solution. With the Smart City initiative, many cities are taking concrete steps towards creating happier and smarter communities living within. Okay, so the whole purpose of smart city is to make the people who are living in that city more happier. They may be happy, but you have to make them more happier. Few have paved ways into our lives, and few are await to witness. Some cities have achieved the Pen City solution. Some are waiting to it to happen, making effort to make it happen. Now, a smart city is a digital revolution where different domains of the cities are connected. When we say that different domains of the cities are connected, the meaning is the waterworks department, the electricity department, the municipalities which are cleaning the roads, which are uh, making an infrastructure for garbage collections, for sewerage treatment plant. So these are the different domains which are used as a daily routine life to maintain your city. Now, what is happening in the normal cities? These domains are not connected. Like the electricity department is acting at its own, the municipality is acting at its own, the waterworks departments are acting at its own, the medical department or the hospital facilities are acting at its own. They are not connected. For example, suppose I am working in a power distribution company and I have to lay the cable by excavating the roads, the main roads or national highway. Then I had to submit an application to a road department and they will give the permission. So all this process may take about say weeks time or 10 days time or the months time. So my job of laying the cable will be hampered for 1 month. Now if all the departments like the electricity department, the municipality department, the road department, waterworks department, they are connected with a digital connection with the information, then this approval might have taken hours instead of months. So the things, the improvements, the development infrastructure will be very fast. Okay. So the whole concept of a smart city is that all departments whose responsibility is to maintain the city. They should be interconnected, they should be knowing each other's requirement. Okay. So this is a smart city is a digital revolution where different domains of the city are connected and correlated using different technology modules to provide best services to its citizen and primarily driven by data. So until unless a centralized point is there where entire information about all these departments is available. Okay, at a central focal point, all the information is available. That is available only through information collection, through digital system, through communication technology. When data generated from each department of the city is collected and correlated, then optimum decision on allocation of resources and effectiveness of pre-existing services can be taken smoothly. So if you got the data from all the domains, like if you got the data for the city lightings, road lights, street lights, which light is not working, then the next morning the maintenance crew can be deployed to rectify the lights. Now what is happening in a non-smart city, a normal city, you might have noticed that a street light not working for months together because they don't have the information. So until unless the quick information is available and quick deployment has to be there, so that the defects in the street light, defects in the water pipeline, defects in the poor quality of water, or defects in the distribution system of power, if the entire information is available, then you can deploy your resources in an optimum way. And the services which are taking months together, weeks together, can be contracted, can be squeezed in a few hours. But the question is how to make a city smart city or apply the Penn City solutions. How can data from different networks be fused together? The answer to this is a Penn City solution which allows data collection from different domains using sensors, using networks and communication technology. It is all about building smart solutions like smart parking, smart health management, smart waste management, smart mobility so that you can move from one place to another place within a minimum possible time, the smart traffic management. So the Penn City solution will make all these happen quicker. Now the application of a Penn City solution involves use of technology, information technology, information and data to improve the quality of infrastructure and services. So if you know, because in order to provide the better services, you must know in real time basis that what is the defect. Like the street light is closed, or the water pipeline has burst, or the cable is burst, or the hospitals are overcrowded. So if these informations are not available to the executors, then the nothing can be improved. So where utilities can talk to each other, the water department, the electricity distribution system, the public welfare department, the municipalities, until unless they talk to each other in the real time, so can take the decision for them and better governance. So when all the information about all the departments are available at a central focal point, then the infrastructure or the service provision can be made in a effective manner, a quick manner. It is all about building solutions with sensor network which connect different domains of a city like traffic, utilities, the water and electricity utilities, the finances which collect the tax, deploy the funds for infrastructure development, etc. at one command control system. So a one command control system should be there where all the information is available. From there all the instruction can be passed on to the service providers to make the services effective, faster, where the data from everywhere can be connected to influence lives of its citizens. Now, the part of the smart city is the smart town planning. The town planning is the work of a town planner, where the hospital is to be located, where the universities are to be located, where these uh, institutions are located. So the town planning should be smarter, and it can be smarter only when it knows each and every corner of the city, what is the infrastructure available, where are the vacant land, so that these facilities can be deployed. Then smart transportation and mobilities. The public transportation like buses, the taxis, the railways, the metros, they should be smart and they should be available to all the citizens of the city with a distance of say 1 mile. Smart water and sanitation. The water and sanitation department, what is happening? The water department supply the fresh water for drinking, for water washing, okay, so for bathing and all those. So after the water is used in the house, it will become dirty. So there has to be a system to clean this water and add on to this water. And sanitation. The sanitations means the garbage which is collected from the house has to be properly taken each and every day, timely. The smart infrastructures like the water works department, the electricity department, these are all the service provider. They should be smart. Smart energy. When we say the smart energy means the energy which is supplied by renewable sources like the wind turbine, like the solar photovoltaic system, like biomass. So a smart energy means we should get the energy and it should be obtained from renewable sources. Another aspect of the smart energy is that the proper information about each and every consumer should be available to the utility and the central command stations, so that the power which is consumed by each household is known, and there are the meaning of smart energy is that you should be able to know what will the peak hours for energy consumption. Okay, now in a house there are essential equipment which need the power, there are non-essential equipment which can be deferred, like the energy requirement for washing machine, energy requirement for car charging system. Okay, they are not essential. So in the peak hours, if you got the smart meters, or if you got the smart appliances in your house, or if you are built based on the frequency or the peak hours, that is called the tariff of the based on the hour of consumption or the frequency dependent power consumption, so that the peak power can be curtailed the result will be that you have to deploy certain generators which can run only for peak hours for 5 hours, and rest for 20 hours they are silent. So you need not to fund, you need not to provide budget for creation of the peaking power generators. So that is the meaning of smart energy. Then smart healthcare. The meaning is, as a citizen, I should have the information how many hospitals are available in my cities, in each hospitals, how many specialists like the neurosurgeon, like the gastrologist, like this pulmonary surgeon. So how many specialists are available in the hospital, what is their qualifications, what is their experience, and how many beds are vacant, whether if I go to hospital or not. So the smart healthcare system will provide all the information about the doctors, about the infrastructures, about the facilities, about the testing facilities like pathology lab, the your you can say the CT scan, or so specialist facilities are available there or not, so that I need not to search each hospital to find out what facilities are available and where should I go. So the healthcare system should be linked with this Pen City solutions. Then smart education. The education institute should load on the website that what are the courses they are running, what is the minimum percentage marks which should your children should get to take the admissions. So everything should be transparent. How many seats are vacant? So that is called the smart educations. There is smart buildings. When we say the smart buildings, the construction of the building should be such that you need not to consume more energy for illumination in the daytime. In the daytime, it should have the sufficient glass windows, large size of windows, so that the sunlight should come and you need not to consume electricity to illuminate your house in the daytime. Okay, so that is called the smart buildings. Then is smart governance. All the departments, the PWD, the municipality, the water works department, they should provide the quick service. They should provide quick service. They should get the complaint quickly and they should redress your complaints. Then smart security. Your city should be such that it should be covered by the video cameras everywhere. It should be have the proper illumination, so that if your wards or if your daughter is going to some locations, then if something goes wrong, that information should be immediately passed to the security or the police department, so that they should act immediately. That is the smart security. This we have already learned. So Pen City solution is beneficial in numerous ways of like integrated municipal e-governance. E-governance means you should receive the information through mail, through SMS, through phone calls, and the same defects should be intimated digitally to the service providers. The service delivery solutions with participative citizen platform. So when you are making a city to smart city, the participation of that cities, what is the expect citizens of your city, it should be given the primary importance. Okay. Water supply and management with adequate pressure, quality and quantity, both are important, and reduce unaccounted for water losses. If some water pipeline is leaking, some valve is leaking, some water is going out of the pipeline, this is not supplied to the citizens of your city, that account should be there. The monitoring system should be such that all the walls, all the pipelines should be digitally monitored. the health management system with emergency response system, increase information accessibility of medical shops, doctors, and hospitals. So you should have a digital information about the doctors, about the hospitals, about the medical shops, where you'll find your medicines. Doctors prescribe the medicines, whether that doctor is available in a particular hospital or not, specialist, if he is available, if he supplies some medicines, prescribe some medicines, where you'll find those medicines. So that is to be there. Online platform for assessing information all on all education facilities and increasing digital literacy. So you should have the entire information, what type of education is provided in the education institutes, and it should be digitally available. PenCity solution is beneficial in numerous ways, like increasing the safety of all citizens through smart surveillance system. Each and every corner of the city is supervised by the video cameras, and strengthening emergency response system. The quick PCR vans, the quick police vehicles should be able to uh, uh, find out where is the trouble, and it should be quickly addressed. Integrated transport. The meaning of integrated transport is, suppose I want to go to a particular location from my house. So I should find a vehicle, whether it is auto rickshaw or taxi or the metro station connecting smart buses, mini buses, so that from my house I can go to metro station, and that metro station should uh, take me to a particular location. So all this, the bus which is connecting my house to metro, they should be integrated. So by the time I reach the metro station is available, the metro train is available, so that waiting time can be avoided. And smart traffic management solutions. The traffic should not be crowded. You should not wait for hours in the red lights or in the traffic jam. So it should be a smart traffic management with strengthened last mile connectivity. The strengthened last mile connectivity is that the metros or the city bus or the railway transportation I should get within a distance of 1 mile from my house. The smart grid comprising smart meters. There are smart meters. The difference between a smart meter and a normal energy meter is, normal energy meter will calculate the total energy consumption of the month, and I will be billed accordingly. In the case of smart meters, it will record the active power which I have consumed, the reactive power which I have consumed, and in a 15 minutes time block how much energy I have consumed. So until unless you can evaluate, as a distribution company, you can evaluate that which each household, when it is consuming the peak powers, you cannot curtail the difference between the base power requirement and the peak power requirement. The smart appliances, suppose if the tariff is based on the frequency low means your demand is high and generation is low. Frequency high means the generation is high and the demand is low. Now, in most of the European countries, what is done? They bill you according to the time of the day. Suppose from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. when the peak hours are there, the cost of the electricity will be doubled. Say if you are charged at a 5 rupees per unit, in the peak hour they will charge 10 rupees per unit. So your power consumption will be very high in the peak hours. The payment of the unit consumed in the peak hours will be very high. So there are smart appliances which will operate depending upon the grid frequency. If the grid frequency is low, they will be blocked. They will not be started. Like if you want to start your washing machine from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., if the grid frequency is low, it won't be able to start. So these are the smart appliances like a smart mixer grinder, a smart vacuum cleaner, a smart car charger. So these are the smart appliances which will make your power consumption economical. Then renewable energy and energy efficient solutions. So renewable energy like the solar, the commercially developed renewable energy technology are the wind power and the solar power, and the energy efficient solutions means you should have the appliances which will use lesser amount of electricity for same mechanical work. Then tourism promotion and job portal for workers. The tourists should be promoted so that the income of your city will be more. When income of your city is more, then you can provide better infrastructure because your municipalities and your service providers will get more fund, more budget for executing the works. The job portal should be there in which each and every candidate can view that what are the vacancies which are available in their city so that they can apply. Then ICT, information and communication technologies, solution for wastewater management and water logging. The water should not log and wastewater should not be there. Now, how does it work? The Pen City solution. In Pen City solution, data from different domains of the city, for example, traffic, utilities, finance, health and wastewater management, is collected at a place which is known as command control system. So in a smart city, a central control station will be there where the data for traffic or utilities like water works department, the PWD department, the electricity department, the finance department who provides the budget, who provides the fund for infrastructure development, and health, the medical hospitals, the medical shops, and the waste management is collected. Now the waste management is the dirty water which is going out of your house, the garbage, the residual waste, food waste which is going out of your house should be managed. So all the information is collected at a control system. As I told you that in order to work in a smart way, the main important aspect is the information. You should know what is happening, what is the status of the infrastructure, what is the status of the services. Until unless you know where is the defect, it is not possible to rectify the defect. So the information system about the status of each thing should be available. Once the data is collected, it is then amalgamated together to monitor the things. So there are the data collected, and then there are software which will segregate depending upon the domains, like the municipality, like the PWD departments, the water works department, the electricity department, the transportation department, the garbage department. So that will be separated, and then the message, the mail will be provided from their central commanding stations. Improve e-governance. When we say the e-governance, the meaning is in a normal city, if you go to collector office, what is the first question they will ask? Have you applied? Have you given the application? If you have given the application, then show me the receipt So all those are the bottlenecks. Those are the administrative lapses. Now, if the e-governance is there, you can immediately show your mobile that at this hour, at this minute, at this second, I have sent the mail, I have WhatsApp, I have given the message. Now tell me, what is the status? And it is not only the submission of the complaint, it is the compliance. The authorities which are responsible to redress your complaint should deploy the service providers, should deploy the infrastructure providers, and they should address your complaint. And not only they should address your complaint, after your complaint is resolved, they should give the feedback that at such and such hour your complaint was received, it is replied to such and such providers. At this hour your complaint is resolved, and you will get the feedback. This is called the improved e-governance, right from complaint logging to complaint resolve. The every information should be available on my mobile. And advanced analytics. Advanced analytics is the form in which the software will be there which will segregate all type of complaints, and a software is made which will be automatic, no operator is required. Depending upon your complaint, it will generate a notification, it will generate a SMS, it will generate a SMS to the particular domain like municipality, water works, electricity department to resolve your complaint. Let us look at an example for smart waste management to understand this in a better way. So what is e-governance? A smart solution in waste management monitors the level of garbage in a bin, dustbins, and with IoT sensors. Now, what is happening in a normal cities like Bangalore, like Delhi, like Bombay? What is the status? Like Jaipur or Lucknow? The dustbins are overflowing. The garbage collection vans are not there. So that garbage is spreading onto the roads, making a filthy smell. All the atmosphere is polluted, and you have to close your eyes with this sensing filth and smell. So this is the one example that how a smart solution or waste management monitors the level of garbage in the bins with information of things sensors. When a bin is about to be filled to the brim is the top, a alert is sent to the garbage pickup vehicle passing nearby so that it can empty the bin. So before the empty is full and it's this waste, the domestic or commercial waste is spreading out of the bin. Before that happens, the garbage collection bin will empty that bin. Okay. They should assist city administrators in maintaining the cleanliness of the city. So if the entire garbage which is coming out of the commercial, industrial and domestic use has to be collected before the bins, this dirt and this filth collection bins are full. So this is the van and this is the dustbin. Now, case of a smart city, the best example is the city of Glasgow, where the city council has implemented a smart public transport system where daily commuters of public buses get information about the seating availability, the bus which is about to reach to your bus stop, how many seats are occupied, how many seats are vacant, the current location of the bus, where is the location of the bus, like in the Ola ban. If you book your taxi through this Ola software, you will be able to know where your car taxi is there and how much time it will take, at what route it is coming to you, the time taken to each destination. Say there are 10 or 12 bus stops, so what will be the time taken, next location of the bus, and the density of the passenger inside the bus for their ease. This is done with the help of information of thing and GPS module. Now let us come to what is a basic infrastructure which is needed to make a city into smart cities. Now the basic public infrastructure is built and developed with other missions and scheme. The basic infrastructure include assured water and electricity supply. So their power distribution system should be there, the water works system should be there, which can supply the water, which can supply the power. So that is the basic infrastructure which is needed in a city which can be converted into a smart city. The sanitation and solid waste management system, the sanitary system, and the waste which is generated as a result of domestic, commercial and industrial environment, how to manage that. The efficient urban mobility and public transport, how the people can move from one place to another place, and the public transport like metro, like your taxis, like your railways, like your bus providers. So how that is managed. The affordable housing, how the people can afford a house at a reasonable price. The robust IT connectivity, the information technology should be connected in a wide network. The e-governance and citizen participation. As I already explained, the meaning of e-governance means the paper work has to be stopped. You should be able to log your complaint with a digital message by the mail, and the acknowledgement system should be there from the concerned authorities that your complaint has been received. This will take so much time. And when you are providing the e-governance, the citizens must participate. Before converting a city into a smart city, you should ask the citizens that what is your expectations, what is the quality of service delivery you want, what infrastructure you want. So in order to convert a city into a smart city, the citizens participation should be there. It should not happen so that the collector or the collector of your city, he will decide everything at his own without consulting the citizens from different strata like medical, like government services, like the proper senior citizens. All strata of the city population should be consulted before making the budget allocation, before developing a city into smart city. Safety and security of the citizens, the people should be safe. The robbery incidences, the looting, the dacoity should not be there. The people should be secure. The road accident should be minimum. Health and education system, these are the basic need for the people, that they should get the better health facilities and the good education from the institutes. Then economic activities and livelihood opportunities, what economic activities are going in the cities and how my children can get the job to earn their butter and food. Now the electronic governance or e-governance. Electronic governance or e-governance is the application of IT for delivering government services, exchange of information, communication, transaction, integration of various standalone systems between government to citizens, government to business, government to government, and government to employees. So all this information which is taking place, it should be in the digital form, so that the city can be made into smart cities. Now, these are the city-wide smart solutions which has to be provided. Topmost is the e-governance and citizen services. The public information, the people should be informed about development of infrastructure and the grievance redressal. The meaning of grievance redressal is, if as a citizen of a city, if I am finding a problem with respect to water quality, with respect to water quantity, with respect to the power fluctuations, with respect to the amount of hours by which we get the power. So if there are any grievances, then there should be a grievance redressal. The concerned authority of the district administration should redress my grievance in electronic form. The electronic service delivery, the delivery should be, the compliance or the feedback should be electronically. The most important is the citizen engagement. When you are converting a city into a smart city, all the citizens, their feedback, their checklist, their expectations should be considered when you are converting a city into a smart city. Then citizens are the citizens are the eyes and ears. Citizens are the eyes and ears of your city. Now, if anything goes wrong, if any street light is off, if any street light is not working, if the power is not reaching the consumers, if the water is not reaching to domestic, so they are working as a sensors. The citizens are working as a sensors, and if you make a system by which the citizens can log in the complaint, lot of problems, lot of defects occurring in your cities can be resolved. Then video crime monitoring in your smart cities, video camera should be there. They should be surveillance, so that if there is a car theft, if there is a molestation of the woman, if there is abuse to the child, if the accidents are taking place, then those things can be monitored, and the city control room will have the real-time information. Then the another expectation or the smart solution from the city is waste to energy and fuel. Whatever domestic, commercial, or industrial waste is going out from the houses, from the shops, and from the industries, it should be utilized to convert into the fuel. So there should be biogas plant which will convert the wastage of our house into the fuel, like the biofuel, like the methane gases can be formed from the wastage. The waste to compost, or you can have the compost plant by which whatever the domestic waste is collected from the garbages, the dustbins, it can be converted to the compost, so that it can be utilized in your garden, into your agriculture farms. Wastewater to be treated. Whatever wastewater is coming out of the industry, out of the commercial complex, out of the domestic waste, it is to be treated in the sewage treatment plant, and it should be purified, and it should be again supplied. The result of that will be that your intake from the rivers or water sources or underground water will be minimized. The result will be that there will be no acute shortages of water throughout the year. And recycling and reduction of commercial and domestic wastes. You should have the recycling plant by which the polythenes and all that, which are resulting as a packaging, or which are resulting as a supply, polythene bags are supplied, so it should be recycled again to convert into the polythene sheets. The water management, the smart meter should be there for water, and it should be managed. The leakage identification, the monitoring system should be there, the sensor should be there, which will scan your pipeline, which will scan your walls, so that the water which is not reaching the houses, pilferage from the water pipelines can be identified, and you can make the preventive maintenance so that the leakage can be arrested. The water quality monitoring. The water quality monitoring stations should be installed in the cities, So the water samples will be collected, or the online sensors are there which will give you the impurities, the PPV, which is available in the suspended form in the water, so that at a central control room you will have the information about the water which is supplied to all your citizens. Okay. So instead of the citizens making a complaint to your control station that the water quality is not good, there is a automatic system has to be there. The sensor will sense the quality of the water, the suspended particles, the amount of vegetable, the amount of suspended particles and chemicals dissolved in the water, so that the necessary actions can be taken. Then another is the energy management system. The smart meter should be there, which, as I already told you, in the European and American cities, the tariff is charged based on the frequency. If the frequency is low, you have to pay more money. Okay, so the smart meters has to be installed, which will manage the peak power generation. The more money will not be required to develop peaking stations into your city and into your country. The renewable sources of energy, each city should have the wind turbine or the solar photovoltaic system, because sun is the energy which is available throughout the globe. Then energy efficient and green buildings. The green buildings means the building should not use illumination power in the daytime. The windows and the sunlight should enter and it should illuminate the interior of house, so that these buildings will become energy efficient. Or you can install the solar photovoltaic plant at the roof of the building, so that the energy which is consumed in the staircases and the common area of the building can be illuminated by the photovoltaic system. The urban mobility, the urban mobility is in the urban mobilities we have to have smart parking. The before I am going to park my vehicle, I should know in advance that there is a vacancy, there is a parking availability. So no vehicle should be parked onto the roads or onto the walkway, so that the people face the inconvenience. So you have to invest sufficient money in developing of the parking, and the information on my mobile should be available that at this parking lot I can park my vehicle, or so many parking spaces are available for parking my car. Then intelligent and traffic management. The traffic management should be based on the traffic route. Now, at the what is the condition in India today? They are time dependent. Say the red light will be on for 2 minutes and the green light will be available for 2 minutes. Now it will be on whether a car is there or not, or a scooter is there or not. So there should be sensors, load sensor, which will sense the traffic onto a particular road, and the frequency or the timing of the red light and green light can be manipulated based on the traffic present onto the red, so that the much time will not be consumed in stopping my car at the red light. Then integrated multimodal transported. When I say the integrated multimodal transport, the meaning is the metro connectivity from my house to metro station or city bus. Okay. Others, telemedicines and teleeducations. The information about the education institute should be available, and the information where I will get my medicines from the medical shop should be available. And incubation and trade facilitation centers. The incubation is the new a new energy, this new industrial solutions where I can new innovations, where I can apply my technology and I can develop the services or the products. And trade facilitation centers should be there. There should be skill development centers which will develop the skills for the students which are passing the ITI, which are passing the diploma, which are passing the degree, so that their skills can be developed in the power station business, into the civil department. So the skill development center should be there. The city may add number of smart solutions like these 6 to the area-based development to make government fund cost effective. So if you have got that, the government funds should be cost effective, where you have to apply your budget to which facility can be executed smartly by the city administration. Now, what are the smart solutions? Smart solutions are application of IT, information technology and communication technology, to municipal services and infrastructure to make them better. Example, smart water meters and billing systems, remotely controlled automatic distribution valves, the water valves which are monitoring, which are supplying the water to your houses, to your commercial shops, to your industrial sector. The real-time online system of monitoring the water quality, and city-wide intelligence video surveillance network. These are the smart solutions. Using mobile phone for cyber tour of work sites. Now let us come to how this smart city is developed in India. So there are 3 ways of developing the smart cities. First is the retrofitting. In the retrofitting, what is then the development of an existing built area greater than 500 acres so as to achieve the objective of the smart cities mission to make it more efficient and livable local area development that is carried out in the Ahmedabad. So it is the development of area more than 500 acres where the facilities are already there. So how to convert that area into smart city. Redevelopment, replace existing built environment in an area of more than 50 acres and enable co-creation of the new layout. You have to develop the park, develop the parking stations and all that. Especially enhance the infrastructure. If the infrastructure is not adequate to meet the expectations of the people, then you have to enhance the infrastructure like this substation, like the water distribution stations, like the road development of park that is to be done. Mixed land use, the land can be used for many purposes, and increased density like Bhendi Bazaar in the Mumbai, it was developed, it was the redevelopment. Then the greenfield, develop a previously vacant area which is already vacant of more than 250 acres of land. In that 250 acres of the land, the innovative planning has to be made, plan financing and plan implementation tools with provision of affordable housing, especially for the poor and new town like in the Kolkata, the Naya Raipur, the gift cities. So that is the 3 ways of converting your city into smart city. Now components of the area-based development is holistic development of the existing and new areas. Whatever areas are existing and the new areas which you want to develop, there should be a holistic development. Means the water system, the electricity system, the municipality system, the garbage collection system, the public transportation system. Everything should be developed. One area catalyzes the development of other areas. So by seeing one area, the people, we see the satisfaction, it will catalyze the development of the other part of the city. Quality of life in areas meet the city's expectation has planned mixed land use. Like a park is there, you can install the solar power stations, okay, or you can use the same street light poles for collection of data like this uh, this video camera which will scan the traffic lights. So all those sensors can be installed on the same street light poles. the housing, especially for the poor. The housing sector has to be developed. Walkable localities, accessibility to park and public transport. Okay. The preservation and development of the open space. Whatever open space is there, it has to be preserved. The encroachment should not be there. Jhopli should not be made, and the open space should be before that can be encroached. Public transport, last mile connectivity. Public transport should be such that within a mile distance from your house, I will have the public transport like the bus, like the metro, like the city bus and the taxi. The governance is citizen friendly and cost effective. The governance should be citizen friendly. It should be meet the expectation of the citizens, and it should be cost effective. The best example is the Ola. Say before 2-3 years, if I want to use the taxi, I have to pay say 2,000-3,000 rupees for flying a distance of say 50 kilometers. Now with the software based Ola services, the cost of transportation has reduced drastically. Ola services will come under the development of the smart city. The city selection process is based on the area of cooperative and competitive federalism. Like in India, there are 30 states. So which city is to be converted to smart city? That has to be cooperative, means the state government and the central government should participate, and there should be competition. The cities which are competitive, which are uh, ready for changes, deploying the changes should be selected. Cities are diverse. They are of diverse nature. Some are industrial towns, some are commercial towns, some are the IT-based services towns like Gurgaon city. Each or Bangalore city, each city has to construct an idea and vision of a smart city that is aligned to its local context. So each cities cannot be converted into the smart city with same objectives, with same guidelines. So each city can be developed to a smart city depending upon what type of infrastructure is there, what is the major business which is carried out in that cities. Okay, so that will depend. So all the cities you cannot develop in a objective based guidelines. So it is diverse. The city selection process follows a challenge method, 2 stages in conjunction to select cities. So out of so many cities in India, which city is to be selected for a smart city? It is to be a competitive basis. Stage 1, intra-city selection. So first stage, in a state like Rajasthan or Karnataka, a city is selected by the local government that this city can be converted from a normal city to a smart city. Objective criteria to identify cities to compete in stage 2. So there should be objective criteria, so which are selected in the stage 1 can compete in the stage 2. Now stage 2 is a all India competition. So the cities which are selected by the state governments has to compete in the all India basis. Okay. Now this is the stage 1 competition. Number of potential smart cities will be intimated to each states on the equitable, objective and based formula. So which cities has potential candidate to convert into smart cities will be intimated to state governments, and intra-state competition to select proposed smart cities. So within a state, a competition will be held which will be selecting that which city is to be converted into a smart city based on the stage 1 criteria. The selected cities will be called the shortlisted smart cities. So in the stage 2 criteria, whatever the selected cities are there, they will be shortlisted for smart cities. Now proposal for stage 2 for smart city competition is no particular model prescribed. So the nodal agencies which are the selector for the smart city, so they cannot give you the particular model that you develop your city like this. Each city has to develop its own idea of a smart city. Now, the whole objectives of the smart city is given based on that objectives. Each city has to develop a model which will be applicable to that cities to convert city into a smart city. Its vision, what is the vision of the city, and submit a smart city proposal during the All India competition. So when All India competition is taking place, all the cities which are selected by the state governments, they will submit a proposal that is called this SCP, Smart City Proposal, for All India competition. Okay. The proposal by the shortlisted city must contain a retrofitting or redevelopment. As I already told, there are three ways your city can be developed into smart cities. Either you retrofit, you change the infrastructure, or you redevelopment or greenfield, the vacant spaces you develop, or a mix of retrofitting or redevelopment or greenfield, plus a pen city feature with a smart solution. The pen city solutions, we have seen that how the data is to be collected, make a central control room, redress the citizens' problems. Area-based development should include some essential elements. Now, area-based development essential features are applicable to all three type of areas development, that is the retrofitting, the greenfield, and the redevelopment. What are the points, salient features of the area development is the adequate water supply, including waste water recycling and storm water reuse. How you have the, yes sir, uh, okay, so I will bind it up, okay, no problem. So this electricity supply, the water supply, the sanitation, good governance and e-governance should be there. The additional greenfield area, the 80% building should be energy efficient, and 15% building should be for affording housing categories. These are the criteria for selection of stage 2. The 100 source listed potential smart cities are selected. Then based on the predefined stage 2 criteria, the evaluation is done and the winners declared for round 1. The winners will make their solar photovoltaic power stations, and they will issue the tenders, they will issue the development project reports. There are the funds which is used for making a city into smart cities is the responsibility of Ministry of Urban Development, and they will distribute 2 crore rupees for preparing the smart city proposals, because the district collector cannot make a proposal, so he needs the various type of specialized persons to make a smart city proposal. Technical qualified firm, they will be free on this panel, and then they can get the technical assistance from foreign countries like Singapore, like USA and European countries. So the center will invest 48,000 crores, and the city will raise the fund of 48,000 crore, and so it is a 50-50. 50% share will be of the central government, and 50% should be fundraising, and a CEO will be made, which will be responsible for execution of this conversion process from city to smart city. So 93% will be the project fund, 5% for state fund for administrative and office expenses, and the Ministry of Urban Development, they will have got the 2% fund. 2 crore will be giving to prepare the smart city proposal, and it will release like 200 crore in the first year and then 100 crore every year. Okay, and the fund release will be based on the scorecard. Now, a scorecard is calculated like this. These are the list. You can go through it. So, out of 100, the 10 marks will be for Swachh Bharat baseline, the construction of the sanitary latrines for people, making operable online grievance redressal system. So, these are the 10 attributes. Each have got this. So, the fund will be released only when you have got the scorecard. Otherwise, your fund will be stopped. Yeah. So this is all we can. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So from my side, the presentation is over. If there is any
Yeah,
specific
yeah.
question, the people can ask.
Sir, one question is there in the chat box. Can you able to see in
Yeah.
the chat box, sir?
Let me see to it. Where is this chat box?
Otherwise, I will read it out.
Yeah. I have got the. Sir, kindly request you to conclude as we are running out of time.
No,
Sir,
not at
smart
all, sir.
city planning. So yeah, question I am reading.
Yeah.
Sir, smart city planning implementation of the adopted plan has been visualized through your presentation in a very perfect way. Thanks a lot. My opinion is, as you said, connectivity, coordination, working in unison among various departments. In India, will it be possible? For the Indian context, it is better to focus on few bye-bye cities, convert them to smart cities, then later adopt the same models, northern state model. So they already the Indore city is the smart city. You can see the difference if you visit the Indore city. It is selected as one of the best smart city in India. Okay.